And
Yay!
do the clap. So, ready, Morg?
Ready as I'll ever be.
3, 2, 1. Okay, welcome to the Hunter's Hub, a video game podcast born of the Monster Hunter community. This is your host, Fortuan, joined by co-host Morg Diddy. Howdy doody.
It's still Daddy. You can still call me Daddy if you want.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Hey, I'm getting a little older, you know. Facial hair's starting to fill out, you know. I know how to trim it so it's symmetrical.
That reminds me, I had a nightmare that someone had shaved off my beard in my sleep.
Oh.
I was like,
egad. That sounds awful.
The horror.
Oh,
I imagine it would
terrible.
take Morg like years to grow back from what if someone shaved him in his sleep.
Well, I mean, if they did it every day, but I mean, it would only take me like maybe a week, maybe 10 days to get this.
Mm-hmm.
But finally fully recovered from COVID. Don't have to worry about quarantine. I'll be able to go back to work maybe Monday.
Awesome.
We'll see what happens. And then,
Cool.
I'll finally be able to file my taxes, and that way I can get my freaking COVID relief checks, because apparently you can't get COVID relief checks without having your taxes done. But you can't get your taxes done without having to sign off your paperwork. And when you have an accountant needing you to sign off your paperwork, but you have COVID...
Oh. Yeah.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah, I could see.
Bullshit!
I could see how that's a problem. And Pan, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic.
And happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy birthday! Wait, is it a belated birthday, or is today?
No, it's today. Originally, she wasn't
Yeah.
going to be here. But
Yeah,
plans
Yay!
changed.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be here, but then none of my friends could actually go out for dinner on Saturday, but they could all go out on Friday, so we did dinner last night instead of tonight.
I'm jealous. They had
So
sushi.
how many years young are you?
32.
Oh, so young. Oh, it's great.
Morg, I don't think
Not a
you're
gray
old.
hair on my head.
Morg, I don't. Well, you dyed it. That's not
Obviously.
fair. It's like, I mean, you could just take like a second. There's like, it's all over here, and I'm even in the dark. Like, I don't know why it's so
Dear
dark.
listeners, my hair is very bright blue.
Still, yes, very electric blue.
It's not from stress. It's natural.
So yeah, I had a crazy week. My dog got hit by a car. That was
Yeah.
insane.
She's okay. She's
Yeah.
okay.
She's okay. She's right here behind me. She has
No organ damage, no internal bleeding or anything like that.
nothing like
It's all
that.
good?
The car actually managed to
good.
stop before hitting her, but she it still grazed her. So she got a scrape on the top of her head, the side of her eye, and it clipped her ear. So her ear has a scratch. And then she, from the getting knocked down, she scraped up her chest a little bit. And so it's all surface injuries. And she's become
so
a lot
it's all
more
superficial.
skittish. So that's a problem.
Well, I mean,
she was
you
already
kinda
skittish to
can't
begin
really-
with.
Yeah, she
You
was.
really, she really shouldn't be playing out in the street, you know, where vehicles are. So you know
Yeah.
what? Maybe she'll be more careful.
Hopefully, well, now she no longer goes outside unsupervised. Because I live out in the country, we didn't think that would be a problem. It was a problem. So, yeah, she no longer goes out unsupervised.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where you live, coyotes and big hawks would be the bigger concern.
Mm-hmm.
Coyote, definitely, because they're very crafty and they'll use any kind of tactic that they can. Actually, I should actually tell you guys a little story about what these coyotes used to do. They came out with all these different strategies for trying to be able to bait dogs to come in and then get eaten. Like sometimes they'll send out one of their females in heat to come out and then lure out a male, and then and then chomp chomp. And then in other instances, we have like this really big bush. And so what'll happen is they'll maybe come in like maybe 2 or 3 at a time, and then 2 of them, or the one, will hide in the bush while the other one has the dog chasing it around all over the place. And when it gets tired, it goes and hides in the bush, and if the dog isn't smart, it won't realize that the other one coming out isn't the same coyote. So, oh boy, yeah, there have been a lot of neighbors who have been missing dogs because of that. But we had a special dog, a very smart and ferocious one that was really good at being able to take care of coyotes. Yeah, he never fell for the trick. He was always on their heels. So like they never had enough distance to be able to do the switcheroo. So when they would jump into the bush, he was right on their head, like right on their ass and like nipping and biting and everything. And then he'd chase all of them out. It was so funny. Oh man, I miss Alex. He was such a good dog.
Well, it's always good to have a dog that can take care of things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah,
never
and
had
we never had gophers because of him. Oh
I used
man,
to have
he was so good for that.
a couple huskies, and nothing messed with those. Out here. Although, man, it was like snow in the spring when they were shedding. You would see fur all across the yard. Oh man. So, we're going to be talking about update 3.0 for Monster Hunter Rise tonight. Then probably some other stuff. There's some stuff I've been playing that I might want to talk about. But originally we were going to have Brother Virtue on. I keep mixing up various guests, but he had a schedule conflict that came up, so we're going to see him at a later date. But
okay.
Next week we're probably not going to have Pan, and it's going to be a Sunday morning recording. Because that is, we're going to have a smaller episode with Shepard from the Teamwork Podcast.
We're actually going to have Shepard on here. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pan.
Well, I mean, she's got a kid.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sunday morning is just real tough.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It
I've had
is what it
the
is,
girls
I
an
guess.
extra day because of the holidays, so that's been nice. It was
I was wondering.
It was a really weird experience, though. So it was a luau for their graduation from their preschool, and I went there, drove all the way to Dayton to go get them and bring them home, and I never expected this. I don't know why I didn't expect this, but I got there. And the ex and her boyfriend sort of just like, okay, you're here, bye-bye now. But like, I thought this was like a family thing. Like, we're all supposed to be here. Nope, I was wrong. I was parent chaperone. So, they kind of bait and switched me.
Cut and run.
Yeah. Oh, I had a good time, but I was like, I really didn't expect you guys to do that, like in front of other people at least. That was interesting. So it's been a week taking care of the dog because keeping an eye out on her and then having the kids extra time. It's been a week, but we got 3.0 released, and I have not played near as much as I have been. I haven't played at all today. I played for maybe an hour and a half yesterday, and the day before we played maybe 2 hours of 3.0. So like, to be honest, I haven't even finished everything in 3.0 has to offer. I haven't finished all the quests even.
Well, I mean, I've been catching up, actually. It's really funny. I've been doing, like, these 7-hour sessions where I've just been grinding shit out and just getting everything that I can. Like, I actually got a new charm. It was a Wex 2 with no slots, unfortunately, but because of that, I was actually able to make a decent set for once. And,
well, you don't...
yeah, I've just been making a crap ton of hammers.
You don't need that anymore with the Valstrax set.
Yeah, that is true, but I haven't actually gotten that far yet. I'm only HR 55. I still have to beat Narwa and Ibushi together, and I think after that, maybe Valstrax will pop up. I'm not sure which order it all comes in, but
it's HR
it'll
100.
happen when it happens.
HR 100.
I figured.
That's why I mentioned 100 earlier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So just a quick recap: we got the final fight and the end of the story, which is spoilers. Narwa and Ibushi together. There is no technically no new monster, but there's All Mother Narwa. She is a new monster, even in the notes.
Kind of, yeah.
She's a very,
Yeah, well, I mean, technically she's sort of different.
she's a
Like,
very
she's sort of different?
It's a
Yeah.
gravid narwa, basically.
yeah, with eggs.
One that's
in
about
the,
to give birth.
in the egg sac. So that was interesting.
Yeah, apparently she can get fertilized without having actual sex. No, she
Oh,
just
no,
bites down
they were
on
just
poor
They do it.
Bushi.
They were going for round 2. They were going for round 2 when the hunters show up.
Yeah.
A little BDSM session for them, and it got real kinky.
I mean,
Maybe
they're
a little
dragons,
too
what do
far
you
for the
expect?
bottom. Yep, she's the top, definitely.
Obviously, if you see the fight, oh my god. Have you seen the fight?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yes, I have seen the fight. Oh,
She
man.
fucking
Everybody
devours
keeps spoiling
him.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
it
like
took-
bites right into him and then just like drains his life force or whatever and then like makes it her own.
You spend like 30 seconds wailing on Ibushi and then Narwa just eats him.
Mm-hmm. I was
Which is
very
nice
shocked.
for it's nice for farming Ibushi parts.
It's almost like Mufasa and Scar, where like Mufasa's like about to die. He's like, Scar, brother, help me! And then like Narwa just pulls a "Long live the king!" Chomp.
Long live the queen.
It-
yes.
Yeah, long live the queen. Yeah,
Yeah.
and death to all simps. I guess I don't know.
Boy.
So
It is what it is.
is
She
there
pulled
other
a cell task, queen.
is there other new stuff in it besides Narwa or All Mother Narwa and Valstrax?
Apex Zenogre.
There's a new map.
Apex
oh yeah,
and
there's
Ogre.
Apex
Okay.
and Ogre. And the good thing is that you can find them outside of the Rampage. And I
Mhm.
think there's also a new arena map. If you finish all of your advanced quests in the guild, like if you're able to complete all of those, you get an additional arena where you can fight a whole bunch of other crazy monsters, including Apexes as well. So that's really interesting. That's actually pretty awesome. I like it.
I have not got that unlocked yet, personally. I have done a few. We have been working on the advanced quests. We haven't. We put crown hunting aside to finish the quests. But like I said, I haven't been playing too much. Because like I have cut down to playing to just with my brother, and he hasn't been able to play until late because my family from Chicago are visiting with my grandmother, and he hasn't seen them in 6 years, and I haven't seen them since I got married in 2009. So
Wow.
yeah, this is the uncle that worked at Midway for a short time. So my rich uncle that I don't see very often.
Cozy up to him. You might get into the will.
No.
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 It's
Not even a chance.
no.
Too bad.
I won't get
Too
into
bad.
the family dynamic.
I was
there,
gonna
no.
say some relatives aren't even worth it, Morg.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
they
he's
say
not
they're
a-
joking
Let me
about it,
clarify.
and they took it seriously.
He's-
I regretted it ever since.
He's not a bad guy at all. There's nothing. It's not like a we don't like him kind of thing. It's just he is very. No, that's not a possibility.
Yeah, what I wouldn't give to be closer to my Uncle Frank, the guy with like 3 RVs and a speedboat and a cottage out in a nice little property out by the woods. What I wouldn't give to be able to just enjoy a couple of glasses of scotch with him and just, get my signature in there,
Morg.
I'm kidding. I love the guy. He's awesome.
Oh boy.
Frank, if you're listening to this, I'm joking. You don't
Also-
have to put me in the will.
Also, invite me out for Canadian Memorial Day.
We don't really have a Memorial Day. I mean, we got a Victoria Day, but that's a different date. Maybe Family Day?
Different.
Labor Day? I don't know.
We do have a labor.
I don't
I'm
think we
making-
have a Memorial Day.
I'm making a joke because it's Memorial Weekend here,
Mhm.
so all the Americans are grilling and going camping and shit.
Not here. It was in the 50s today. I'm wearing. You can't see it.
wow.
I'm wearing a sweater. It is
Ooh.
cold. So if it's better
When
tomorrow,
you say 50 degrees, we're talking
no.
Fahrenheit.
No,
Yeah.
Morg, he's not talking about cold in Canadian terms, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you haven't experienced -40 yet, where you get like instant frostbite. Just boom, you just get hit with such cold. You just
No, I
ugh,
live in a
it's
reasonable
awful.
place.
We got to remember we're not allowed to talk about how cold things are in front of morgue.
Okay.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I
Okay.
get
It's
major
a
PTSD.
it's a bit chilly.
Happens every year.
We had to turn off the air conditioner. It's a bit chilly. Um so anyways, so yeah,
You
Monster Hunter
guys in your
3.0.
tropical zones. Oh my god.
Oh, what? What?
There's nothing but heat down in America. Oh my god. Ugh.
I mean, I guess if you had
I've seen what it's like in November. I'd be sweating my balls off.
more, it's not okay. Whatever. This isn't Florida, okay?
No, I mean like I know people from California and they describe like what the temperature is like and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, it's still green out,
Oh,
whatever." And I'm like,
that's California.
"Ew."
Yeah, that's just
That's
California.
California, yo.
Yeah. SoCal. There you
I'm
go.
never going to Sacramento.
I wonder if why don't they call it NoCal? They say Northern
There is
California.
NorCal. There is NorCal.
They do say it.
NorCal.
I've heard some people say NorCal.
Okay, because I've heard SoCal.
So there's a North California and a South California? Is it like Dakota?
No, it's not. It's
Still
not,
one whole state?
They're not separate states. They didn't have a civil war like Virginia
They
did.
could be.
So yeah, because we have 3 sets of states that do that. The Virginias, the Dakotas, and the Carolinas. So
Yeah. The Dakotas didn't have a civil war over it. They just ran out of state names.
it's true. I mean, like all of like the 5 states around Ohio used to be called Ohio, and they were like, "We're gonna just draw a line here. This is Ohio. You guys, you fuck off.
We're just going to get drunk and draw a line here, and that's Ohio.
Basically, yeah."
Everyone get your coloring books out. And, we're doing some geography here.
So back to Monster Hunter. We Pan and I have both done about the same amount of content aside from Apex and Ogre. I think you haven't done Apex and Ogre yet. So I have done that. I haven't been to this new arena. I saw stuff about it on Twitter, but I haven't got there yet. It's weird because like normally I would have been like go full force into an update, but I just haven't because like I said, I've cut down to just playing with my brother because anything I do I'd have to redo because he would be on. So I've put my time into other things as well, and it's been less time because of the reasons I said earlier. But I will say that the All Mother, the end fight, is probably one of the coolest boss fights we've had in a long time. And it's done in a very Monster Hunter way. I very much I did. It took until playing with Pan to notice that we didn't just kill Ibushi, that she had killed him. Because like I wasn't really paying attention too much to what was going on between them. I was more just trying to dodge attacks and get in there and do some damage. And yeah, that her just sort of like chomping on Ibushi and then him just sort of disappearing. I was like, oh man, the first time that we did it, we actually failed the first time. It was just Chance and I. We did the reverse of Cantor. And if you guys remember my Cantor story where I called him Lasty because I would cart twice and then he would cart the third time, we did the reverse of that. He carted twice and then I carted the third time. And
Ooh.
I was like, this feels weird. Like, I don't want to die. I don't want to be the cause of the end of the... Oh, nope, I died. And what got me was when she does that super attack where she has the ball and all the Dragonators swirling around the ball that they're in that pit. And I was just like, oh, wow, this is really tough to dodge and keep running a certain way. And oh my gosh, I need to heal. So we did it with Pan. We did have one feint or two.
I'm pretty sure it was just the one because I don't remember having the fearful desperation that I always get when we've had 2 carts and it's been a long ass fight.
That's true.
Mhm.
But with Pan's help, the very next attempt, we did get it down. Watched the long cut scene where Minoto doesn't eat for some reason and almost passes out, and they make fun of that. It was a little weird, but I guess they're kind of hinting that Minoto has a thing for the hunter.
Maybe.
was really weird.
I didn't get that scene.
You should have. You might have, but you had an emergency. You had to go right then.
That's right. Shit,
So-
I forgot about that. Yeah,
You can probably rewatch it.
I will.
Yeah, you
No,
can watch
here's
the
thing.
cutscenes in your room.
Okay, I will go back and rewatch that. Also, for just a second, I thought you meant like I could go back into my bedroom, and watch the cutscenes. And I'm like, wait, what?
Get
What
out
the
of here!
fuck?
Get out of here,
Oh.
Pan! Go watch it. Go.
The hunter's room.
Yeah. For just a second, I was very confused. I'll
Oh,
try
boy.
that because I don't remember Minoto swoon over me. Because also that'd be interesting because like my hunter is female or has the female body type and your hunter doesn't.
No, yeah, I'm
Ooh,
I'm male.
Minoto is flexible. I like this.
See, it would be interesting because I don't remember that scene, but I did have to get up, and it would be interesting if Capcom like only has her do that for the male body type hunters.
Oh, I guarantee you, it's the same for everybody. And they play it off like they play it off like, oh no, she was just worried about you. It's like kind of a friend, but like, I mean, yeah, a friend's going off to battle, but I wouldn't be swooning over them coming back alive either. Like, I'd be like, hey, that's great, like everyone else in the village was. But Minoto is the one that passes out. All right, I
I know what it is. No. It is friends, but she wants a little bit more.
Oh yeah, they're right. I did it again. But it says Ghost
did you
Runner
do?
for bickering bucks instead of Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh.
3.0. I'm not a
We need to give
Twitcher.
you-
Port one.
I'm not a Twitcher.
We need to get you a check every time we start up the stream.
Your new nickname is Twitchy.
Twitchy. You're Twitchy.
Twitchy.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. That made me think of my name is now Bitty, but I was actually showing that. I was showing that movie to my girls. Cece loves it. She loves it.
What?
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh,
my
okay.
God, I love that movie.
I haven't seen that movie since I was like 11, 12 years old.
I was showing my 6 and 4-year-old.
They've got like that big burly guy who just comes out and he's got like that sick ponytail, whatever, big muscly guy. Your days are over, mister.
Your days
Just-
are over, mister.
Oh my God, that movie
reminds
was
me
so
more-
good. Yes.
So like last week, I had that BS at work that basically dragged me in on a Sunday, like 8 hours notice that I was going to have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So because
Damn.
of that, my bosses gave me a random weekday off. They gave me a couple weekdays that I could choose from. And so I had last Tuesday off. So last Tuesday, my husband and I watched all of Invincible.
Yes. Oh, that show is so good. So gory.
Oh my
but
God.
it's good. First episode, it just hits you with everything.
Wonderful. It was so wonderful.
Here,
I love that
I'm
show.
still
It's so
hoping
good.
everyone watches Primal. I'm like, please watch it.
Okay, you know what? I started watching Primal last week,
Mm-hmm.
and it got to that scene about 5 minutes in,
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
and I'm just like, I'm not in the headspace for this right now.
Oh, okay, that's fair. It's a very dark first 10 minutes.
No, you told me. You warned me ahead of time. You
Yeah.
warned me ahead of time, and I knew what was going to happen. Like I knew, like the second I saw him like walking home, I knew what was going to happen, and I still went like, "Holy shit! That just happened on a TV show."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying this more where I watched Invincible unblinkingly.
Oh yeah, no, it's
How can you blink?
it's
It just it catches your attention. Like it's so visceral.
Okay,
Holy
So
shit.
like I didn't flinch at anything in Invincible, but this first 5 minutes of Primal, I'm just like, nope.
It's
Not today.
it's comparable to it's the comparable surprise of emotional level as to Up was to Pixar fans.
Yeah, that movie really.
I cried.
Oh.
I was an adult in the theater with my wife at the time, and I cried, and it was me and an old lady beside me crying, and that's all I saw was like me and an older lady, and it was like, holy
It
cow.
makes sense though, because like okay, the thing about Up is that it really hits home, especially if you're somebody who's like in a relationship or married or whatever, and you want to spend time with them, but you can never really afford the money to actually do it, and so you're forced to put it off and put it off and put it off until eventually
It's too late.
it's too late. You're
Yeah.
alone. There's nothing you can do.
Yep.
It hurts. It really gets you deep down inside. It just
This
breaks
is
your heart.
and Primal's and I will say the beginning of Primal is worse as far as that goes. Is a lot worse. I won't spoil it. I mean, I don't know. Is that much of a spoiler for the first 10? I won't spoil it. It's
It's the first 5 minutes of a show, so I wouldn't consider it a spoiler, but I've also avoided referencing it myself. So,
yeah.
but I'm just saying the first 5 minutes of it were just too real, and I'm just like, today's not the day.
No, it's
So,
once you
I
get
tried
over
to
that
watch it.
hurdle. Once you get over that hurdle, it's just awesome
Yeah,
from there
I
on
will
out.
say I tried to watch it. I really tried.
It is pure emotion with no dialogue, and I love it. That's the that's
you,
the thing
you
that
don't
gets
really
me.
need dialogue for that.
Is there's no dialogue. I will say that there is dialogue in the 10th episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
All right.
back
So,
to Monster Hunter.
yeah.
Where do
So-
we want to begin?
All Mother was so super awesome, like we were saying. I don't think we have any complaints about that. I've heard a lot of people say that the theme was really good, that the fight was really good. I've seen a lot of people say that like across the board, and I agree. It was such a good fight. It was actually challenging enough to actually triple cart legitimately for the first time.
Mm-hmm. I think the only instance where I had that was when I triple carded to Chameleos the first time I fought it, and that was
Mhm.
because I didn't bring any antidotes, any herbal medicine, or herbal powder. And then knowing that I forgot that, I decided to punish myself and try and beat it without them.
Dude, you can just go in the tent and grab it.
I know, but I decided not to. It was fun.
Stop living in the
I
past,
had them
Lord.
limping. I had 2 cards left. Like I had 2 cards used up, and I got it limping. It was asleep, and I figured, hey, maybe I can get like a wyvern ride off of this Nargacuga. Nargacuga killed me.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
It was. It really was.
Oh man.
Wombo comboed me, like knocked me over, and then my character was stunned and was getting up, and then I got pounced, and it was over. Second
This is
hunt,
this is why
way
I pack
better.
stun resistance. This is why I pack stun resistance for that bullshit.
You need it. You need stun resistance because when you're susceptible like that, you're dead.
Yeah,
There's
ever
nothing you
since
can do.
ever since Base World, I have every set of mine has full stun resistance because stun has become so punishing.
It is.
It didn't used to be that bad or that often, and now it is a lot more often and a lot longer. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah,
Apex
I pack-
Arzros is an excellent example of that.
I've like given up on trying to get earplugs. I've given up on that. Earplugs used to be my favorite go-to thing. I've given up on earplugs because stun resistance is just so much better.
Mm-hmm.
so much more of a great defensive skill that doesn't take up a lot of slots.
No, it just takes three minor
Three
Three
level
minor
ones.
gem slots.
Yeah.
or level ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
right.
level 1s.
I'm used to WoW World of Warcraft terminology.
Yeah, it's fair, you know.
But yeah, it takes 3 little gems and boom, you're good.
I will say, as far as hopping onto the next monster, Valstrax. Valstrax was a fight.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, and I think
Crimson Glow Valstrax.
it's
Yes.
really cool, and a lot of people have been saying it's really cool they immediately gave us a variant, because to me, that's one of the things is like the ecology end of things that I've always questioned. It's like, okay, so how does this monster appear in literally every freaking region of the world? All right, Rathalos, Rathian, I give it a pass because it's Rathalos and Rathian. Diablos kind of makes sense because there's a lot of deserts and it would be adapted for a desert. It's a desert, quote unquote, generalist. So it being in a lot of deserts, that makes sense. But like stuff like, I don't know, Nargacuga, who's like an ambush hunter in the jungle, and sometimes we don't even have jungles. It's like, what? I don't like how does this work? Why is it always here? But then, World, they explained it by, oh, they migrated here for some reason or whatever. But I like that Crimson Go Valstrax was immediately a variant because the other one lives in GU land and the variant lives here. And I very much enjoy the intro cutscene of just like the falling burned husks. I would say, even though we don't have to collect burned husks in this one. Yeah. The fight is amazing. I've seen a lot of people say it was a lot harder to break, or a lot. It's slower, and yeah, I think it is a bit slower. It doesn't have the quite the range on the wing stabs either.
Yeah. It doesn't really have. There are some parts of it that are a little bit easier, but then there are other parts that are a little bit more difficult. For example, like the amount of dragon element that it has at its disposal is insane. It's stupid how much it can throw around. It's ridiculous. And like those little rockets that it fires out from its wings or whatever that like launch all over the place, they linger now. So like they have like a delayed explosion. Oh, that's fun. The fact that it can actually cover its wings in like the dragon energy, so when it's slicing into you, it will leave that residue and give you dragon blight.
Yep.
And the beam. The beam.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say next. The hyper beam, where it interlocks with itself, it goes like, whoa.
It took a page out of Charge Balda's book, man.
What's up, Pan?
It does the exact same move.
I want to see a turf war between Valstrax and Basilgeuse. I want to see Fighter Jet versus Bomber.
Ooh. I feel like the Fighter Jet might win, actually.
Oh yeah, the Fighter Jet would win, but I still want to do it. I want to like Pokemon ride one of them into the other.
That's not necessarily true. Bombers are not built to fight fighter jets. They're built to withstand them. Because bombers are built to... You can literally Swiss cheese me, and I will still get to my destination.
Yeah, they're built to get there and drop their load, and that's it.
Right. Wow, that's out of context, that's a really bad statement, but it's there.
Well, I remember there was actually some people...
That shit keeps
before
Valstrax
was even announced, and everybody was speculating on like what kind of monster was going to show up. Everybody was like, "Oh, Ceragios! We need Ceragios!" And I was like, that would actually be really cool. Imagine a turf war between Ceragios and Basilgeuse. Like, imagine it, just blade scales and bombs just all over the place. So it's like just bleed and explosions for days. Oh my god, it would be absolutely insane. Just the turf war alone would cause so much collateral damage, like just passively to everybody else while they're in the midst of like this big brawl. Oh my god, it would have been absolutely... And I'm describing this on Twitter and people are like, yes, we need this. Oh my god, please. And then Valstrax comes in and they're like, oh, well, I mean, it's still pretty good.
It's good too.
I wanted to see Elder Dragon turf wars, like between Valstrax and things like Teostra or Kushala, or I can't see it being with Chameleos because he's too docile.
Yeah, he'd be like
he's more of a defensive one.
He's too chill.
Do you ever see that
he is
that gif of that kid, the black kid who's like peace and he fades away? That's Chameleos. He's like Valstrax pops up and he's like, it just fades away.
Yeah.
He's like Peter Parker, only in this case, he feels good, Mr. Stark. He feels real good.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Oof.
Oof.
Well, oh wait. Oh, yeah. I was gonna make a Kush joke in there because, like, yeah, Chameleos's weapons and armor are designed to be able to counteract Kush, like Kushala Daora. And so I was just about to make like a massive like stoner joke, saying that yeah, Chameleos, he was built for that Kush, bro. He was made for Kush.
Always has been.
He already looks stoned as fuck.
But he does actually, yeah.
Chameleons can't help it.
He's tweaking out. He's just tweaking out everywhere.
Yeah, if he's not smoking a doobie every now and then, he's just like he's just freaking out and shit.
I like
He's gotta chill, bro. He's gotta get on that good green.
So with back to Valstrax, one thing I noticed that was a big change for him, aside from the attacks, the whole attack patterns being different pretty much. Not as much charging back and forth as he used to do. But also his tail comes off incredibly easy compared to anything else in the game for some reason. Like his tail comes off fast and it's like, okay, I used to focus on the tail to begin with just so I could get it done and then focus on other things. It seems like he has about the same number of breaks, but the other stuff is just harder to break now. Whereas the tail
Yeah,
is just so easy in comparison.
the wings in particular are super durable. Like they're really tanky. They take a lot of damage. And you know what? It kind of makes sense given like how the weapons, like how their mechanic functions, where it's like this massive bar of white and then it goes to red immediately.
Mm-hmm.
If the weapons are made from the wing material, that would make sense because it's like a very hard alloy on the surface or whatever.
Yeah.
So it would be very difficult to break that. But the minute that you break it, it's no good. So I think I like that actually as a mechanic. It really makes sense.
I
It's
think
very
it just-
different from anything else.
I don't think they were thinking that hard about it. I think it's like what Fortuan said the other night. They just made it white and red because we got a white and red Dargan.
I see. So I'm just overthinking things and making it more complex than it actually is.
It could be either.
I do that a lot.
So yeah, Valstrax is really fun. And I'm the only one so far that's fought Apex Zinogre. Apex Zinogre is not a Thunderlord at all. It's like I was talking about this with some people. I think it was last night and the night before. We had done both the Rampage and then the outside quest Zinogre. In fact, he's the only one I remembered to Pokemon Snap. I still have to do both Valstrax and Allmother. I'll get them, but I'm only missing 2 at this point. But the Apex Zinogre is insanely difficult, and I was talking to my brother, and I was like, "Holy cow! Crown hunting this thing is not going to be easy because it is actually using resources to actually fight this thing." Instead of just like coasting
Oh my
off of
God.
box stuff. He has a wombo combo where he uppercuts you with his tail and then jumps in and zaps you if you don't wire bug out. And
Where he'll do kind of
So
like
they
this
say the
almost
wire bug, the wire
backflip
bug
thing,
out.
whatever, and then on the way down, he just like suplexes your ass.
well, here's the thing: when he gets in Rage Pan, he'll do it twice in a row.
Oh shit!
So he'll
So you have
uppercut and he'll chain it with another attack, and then he'll do the uppercut combo again. And I was just like, man, that is rough. We actually the Rampage was easier. Like the Rampage was a lot easier to kill him. The outside of the Rampage was not. We actually had a cart each, Chance and I, and we were like, oh boy. He went to go mount something when it went to go to sleep in the Shrine Ruins. And I went up there by myself, and we had no carts left. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sleep hit it. So I did that. It got up, and then I I continued the greatsword combo, and I thankfully killed it before he got there. So we actually succeeded. But I was like, I got really scared when he didn't die on that first hit from the sleep wake up, because I did it right. I did like 1,300 damage to his head, and I was like, oh, he's still alive. No, this isn't good.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh
But
man.
I kept hitting him and he died, so I was like, okay, cool. I'm kind of excited to finish all these other quests and see the new quests that pop up, and get all of those done because they added, I think, 5 or 6 more guild card awards, and I have no idea what they are other than one of them's Kill Valstrax. I know that because I got it. So I'm assuming it's do all quests is one of them. Do all hub quests, I guess, because there isn't an equivalent, because there's all a village quest one award, and I'm thinking now that we got 3.0, it's probably all hub quests. We got 2 new events as well. I don't know what they are. I just knew I downloaded them, and I will be.
I forget what they are, but I played one of them.
Yeah, I don't remember. We're gonna do those after we finish it, and of course we're gonna get back into crown hunting. But for crown hunting, I only got 2 monsters added, which was Apex and Valstrax, which we already got a Silver Crown large Valstrax, even though silver doesn't count. But yeah, it's to be honest, I like what we got. I think there's a lot of cool stuff that we got. And there's been a lot of sentiment of like, oh, it wasn't enough in 3.0. And I feel that it's okay. I'm not over the moon like I was with 2.0.
Yeah, I feel the same. I'm kind of like, if this is our last major update, I'm a little bit feeling like, okay, so they have all this stuff they're obviously planning and saving for the next game, which of course I'm going to buy. But this is the same thing that I'm salty at Game Freak over.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem I had was like we didn't get any of those 6 that we've talked about. We didn't get any of them. And I'm like, I mean, I kind of would expect that we don't get great Jagras at this point, right?
Recap for those who are just tuning in. That would be Big Zam because they're Zamites.
Tetsukabra.
Agnactor.
Agnactor because they're Uraktor. Tetsukabra because there's a baby Tetsukabra in the guild, in one of the guild hub areas.
Gravios
because we have Basarios. And then, I'm forgetting the other 2.
Great Joggy and Great Jagras.
Yeah, Great Joggy and Great Jagras because we have Jagras.
Because we have the pack.
And we've also got the Jaggies as well, yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we've had the Jaggies without the Great Jaggy in how many games now? Like, ever since...
They're just generic guys now.
No, it's 4th gen. It happened twice in 4th gen, and then it happened again. So this is the 3rd time.
Whoa, really? Like twice in 4th gen? Because I remembered in 4U, there's a Great Jaggy.
Is there in 4U? Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I do.
So maybe
remember
it's just
that.
generations.
I think it was just
Ultimate.
Yeah, I think that's the case. And in this game. So hopefully we see him again. I mean, he's kind of fun, I suppose.
Well, it's just weird. It's weird to set up an ecology like imagine having Azuchi and no Great Azuchi, right? Like that's the precedence we're setting with Jockey. We have a pack with no leader. With a pack that requires
it's really weird.
Yeah. And the same thing with the Zamanites.
Well, I mean, yeah, with the Zamites, it's really weird. But then again, I mean, like, it almost makes sense because if anybody remembers from 3U, like, how badly bullied Great Jaggy is, like, compared to a lot of other monsters, I think there's, like, an ecology video where he just gets his shit absolutely wrecked by a Baroth. Mm-hmm. And then there's another one where he just gets slammed and eaten by a Devil Joe. Then there's an instance, I think it was in one of the intro videos. There's an edited version of it where it features like Kayamba and Cha-Cha in it, where they're going after the gold mask. You'll know the one where Rathalos and Lagiacrus fight.
It's the 3 ultimate. It's the 3 ultimate version of the Tri intro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that. I think there was a Great Jaggy in there as well, and it was chasing like a herd of Aptonoth or whatever. And yeah, then a Rathalos comes in and just totally ruins their day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can understand if maybe, the reason why there are no Grey Jaggy is probably because they never get to grow up old enough to actually ever become one. And Zamites, I'm assuming that maybe they get heavily predated. So I
Too
don't
many
know. Maybe
Gossorogs
that's an
eating
excuse
them.
for Zamites.
Too many
Too many
gosses.
Gossorogs, too many Kezus, too
That
many
reminds
Somnicants.
me.
I bet you Somnicants for like some frogs.
Um, that reminds me. The next quest that I'm going to be doing is a Gosserog with a Mitsune and there's another monster. It's like an advanced quest. You got to do all three. And I'm like, yes, I'm in. I just can't remember what the other one was. I know Mitsune is the third one and Goss is the first one. And the other one's weak to lightning. I know that.
If it's weak to lightning, no, it couldn't be Basil Goose.
Basil's weak to lightning. It might be Basil.
Tigrex?
Tigrex. There you go.
Might
It
be
is a
Tigrex,
Tigrex.
too.
Yeah.
I only know this because of Freedom Unite. Freedom Unite really taught me the essentials of being able to understand elemental weaknesses. And yeah, the Eager Cleaver. The Eager Cleaver was really the answer for everything Tigrex.
Yes. Eager Cleaver. Eager Cleaver, known as the first greatsword / longsword that became a longsword.
Yes. Yep. It was. Yeah, if you were going to fight a Tigrex, you needed a longsword. And if you needed a longsword, it better have been an electric element one. Otherwise, it was going to take forever. And doing double Tigrex in the snow. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. It's awful, especially when they stay together all the time and you can't throw poop at them and expect one of them to go away because that's not how it worked back then in Gen 2 mechanics. They had to not see you. And if they did see you and you threw your poop, it wouldn't work.
Did you also tie onions on your belt at the time?
It sounds like a Witcher reference.
No, The Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was the style of the time.
I don't think I saw that.
Hang on
I
one
don't
second.
think I saw that episode.
You guys keep going. I'll find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss a lot of Simpsons references. I've barely ever seen them, even though I grew up hearing about them all the time.
Yes, I did say Tigrex because it's a tiger and a T-Rex put together. There you go. A tiger T-Rex.
Tiger Rex.
All right, it's in the pod chat channel.
Tigrex.
Tigger Rex. Which is also a horrifying picture I've seen a couple times. The Tigger Rex. Someone put a Tigger skin on top of a Tigrex.
Oh
boy.
No!
But Tigers are wonderful, bouncy
The wonderful thing about Tigers is Tigers are wonderful things.
Yeah.
The tops are made of rubber and the bottoms are made out of springs.
Oh boy.
Man! The wonderful thing about that is that there's only one. Sadly, though, that there's like 1 million Tigrex out there. Oh my god!
Work. Okay.
I'm fine.
So obviously we all haven't really got to play as much as 3.0 as we were with other things. So Pan, I wanted to take a throwback to your first episode that you were on, where we talked about city builders. And I found a new one. I was inspired by last week's episode, which you weren't on here with VT. So we did a spin-off episode where we talked about various Monster Hunter spin-offs we'd like to see. And he talked about doing a Monster Hunter city builder where you build up your village and you protect against monsters with your defenses and stuff. So you'd have like your natural events are like Rathalos attacks and that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
And you're like, you send out hunters to go hunt like on like missions and stuff. You're more of the management than the hunter.
So you're the guy riding the Tetsukabra.
Yeah. Essentially, you're Hojo. Yeah.
Essentially so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I actually, a while ago,
I love that guy.
Downloaded it because it was on sale, and I kept seeing it on sale on GOG, which is a city builder called The Dawn of Man. And
oh shit, I've seen you playing that lately. How is that?
it's really cool. It's really cool. You start as like literally the different epochs of history of the beginning of man, like the Paleolithic, the Neolithic, eras, like everything. And you upgrade technologies and stuff as you go. Now here's the cool thing. It's a mix between, it's a cross between a city builder and a survival thing, because you don't in any way control a lot of the villagers. They are automated to do what they do. So you sort of like, you can give them tasks and stuff, but you're not controlling each one like in Warcraft or something like that. It's not like an RTS where like they're waiting for your orders. They will do stuff like on their own. But you have to assign different work orders and stuff. Now, you do have to build a city. You have to have enough houses.
This reminds me of this old ass Flash game called, I think, Island Villagers or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, keep going on. But I'm gonna
That
look
sounds
this game
very familiar.
So you can do stuff like we need sticks. Like one of the things that we need is sticks. So you go out and you place a work order on sticks. So you place a flag with a bunch of sticks and you say, this is how many sticks you're allowed to gather. Go, and here's how many people are allowed to do it. And you set it on that flag, and then automatically villagers will go out and do it. And the more prosperous your town is, the more villagers you will attract from other societies and stuff.
Virtual Villagers is the game I was trying to remember.
Okay.
I played it in the early 2000s. It was pretty fun. This sounds very similar to that.
So you have to survive in a land with cave hyenas attacking you. Smilodons.
A friend of ours is currently triggered and excited and ready to play this game.
It is really cool. And your biggest resource, so you got like all these crazy amount of resources, right? Like I have like 50 different resources I'm managing between like iron, copper, wood, sticks, food, meat. Like there's actually a difference between like vegetation and meat foods, because meats will last over the winter and vegetation lasts during the summer. Because of rotting.
Makes sense.
You got to build like tanning racks and stuff, and like tanning things. You have to get tanner fluids from trees. You have to actually like get the sap to tan the fluids and stuff. It's like very in depth on like what you got to do. And how you progress through ages is knowledge. So every time you do a certain amount of a task or discover a new thing, you get a point of knowledge. And you level up your tech trees with knowledge. So like this skill costs X amount of points. And there's certain knowledge trees that are required for the next age. So like copper smelting or iron smelting, or I don't know. One of the coolest things is you get to gather mud. One of them is you put a work order and they're like, we're going to gather mud because it's a good resource for sticking things together.
Yeah, you build like houses out of it.
Right.
Really good adhesive.
You get animal taming. When your first one you get is dogs. So you get dogs that help protect your village. And you'll get raiders that try to attack you eventually to try to steal your stuff. So you got to protect yourself from other raiders. Now, it's not PvP in any sense. It's always computer generated raiders. One of the coolest things is you get a resource called monoliths, and it's essentially the giant stones they make out of Stonehenge. You have to go find them in the map, dig them up, and cart them back to your place. And people actually put like log rollers and stuff, and it's actually a task to like, you'll have 3 people with like ropes on their backs.
Island them.
Yeah. 3 people with ropes on their backs pulling these giant stones. I actually have a Stonehenge, which is a religious building that helps with happiness. And
so you may not be aware of this, but a buddy of mine gave me a $50 Steam gift card for my birthday.
Oh boy, there you go. I don't remember it being very expensive, so
it is on Steam. It's $25.
Okay, so it's half of your thing. I got it for like 10 on sale a long time ago, and I just never picked it up. Because like I said, I've been finding things to play, because like there's certain things I like to play while listening to a podcast and certain things I don't like to play. Because I was talking to Gog about this last night. I've also been playing Returnal for the PS5. I dropped that. I am done with Returnal. I'm not going to finish it. I beat 2 bosses. I'm good. Like that game was frustrating and I didn't enjoy it.
You know, the funny thing is that when you mentioned that you had to dig up monoliths, immediately I was starting to think of like just every episode from every season of Ancient Aliens. In that
Oh.
you're not the one who's actually building the monoliths. You're
Wait, no,
you're
yeah, I was thinking about
finding them.
2000.
You're discovering. And I'm like,
No, you are
And
the
I'm sure my
one.
husband,
God damn, this is indisputable proof that
sure my husband is in
aliens
the chat
are
bitching about
responsible
it.
for
I've never read
building
it.
the monoliths.
Oh boy.
Oh,
How
he's
could
not.
angels have sex? No, they were obviously extraterrestrials. It's like, oh
Well-
man, dude.
Anyways, you've somewhat sold me on it. Another friend of ours recommended this game to me a long time ago, but it was in early access back then.
Okay.
Hippo recommended it to me.
Mm.
And I've kind of got a policy of not buying early access games, even if they're games I've really, really looked forward to.
I have
Like, I still have.
I have adjusted my policy. I will buy them. I will
Well-
not play them till they're done. So they sit
It's
in my
not early
library.
access anymore.
No, it is not. It is not.
So I'm willing to buy it, but at the same time, I'm so caught up in Crusader Kings 3
Oh yeah.
that I'm willing to not buy it until the Steam leaks say that the Steam summer sale should start in about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, it'll probably get a discount then.
Yeah, and I just don't see myself having time to play anything besides Monster Hunter and Crusader Kings until then, so I'm pretty happy to sit on my Steam money for now.
I'm going to take a look. I know Stream just saw
But you sold me
open
on
up
it.
GOG. Why did I do that? Just go back to, because you can go to the store page from there.
Yeah. So you've pretty well sold me on this. This game sounds exactly like my jam, and I'm super excited to play it. But you know, as you guys know, I just got my new PC a couple weeks ago, and work has been real rough. And the only game I've had time to play, I haven't even really played much Monster Hunter because
Yeah.
I've been making all my
Yeah.
time to play Crusader Kings 3.
Yeah,
Holy Jesus, is Crusader Kings 3 everything I could have wished for?
it's a good one. It's a good one. I played it very little. I had a very failed kingdom to begin with.
Well, it's not about success or failure. It's about how long you hold on.
That's true. That's true. I
Mhm.
survived until
yeah,
the first
yeah.
crusade where they really screwed me
Yeah.
over.
Well, yeah, the Christians will do
It's
that.
about the journey, yeah.
I assume you were non-Christian.
No, we were Christian.
Oh, did the
They-
Pope get mad at you?
Yeah, they used us as a scapegoat for a failed crusade.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, it like in the thousands of hours that I've played of Crusader Kings 3, I think I've only managed the 7 centuries achievement like 4 or 5 times.
Mm,
Where you hold on like for your dynasty for the entire breadth of the game. So it's not about hanging on the entire game.
gotcha.
But my current playthrough, I'm currently the Byzantine Empire.
Mm-hmm.
I think my
Oh.
latest character is a male. Yeah. So I'm the emperor of the Byzantines, and I'm Greek Orthodox, which is that's the religion you start with. And my current goal is to restore the Roman Empire, and there's certain conditions you have to meet. I have to own like Egypt, Tunisia, Italy, all of Greece, all of like Northern Europe. Not Northern Europe, sorry. That part of the world that's like east of Turkey.
You essentially have
but
to
not quite the
own a
Middle
lot
East.
of. You essentially have to own everything that's like around like the Mediterranean, pretty much.
Yeah. Basically, you have to own the Mediterranean, and it's a real pain in the neck to get a hold of Jerusalem because let me tell you, there's a lot of people that want to own Jerusalem, and I'm
Yeah.
basically trying to build up the entire rest of my empire because I know as soon as I currently this like giant Arabian Empire owns Jerusalem, but the Catholics keep launching crusades against them. I don't have to join in on that. I'm Eastern Orthodox.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
I know the second. Yeah, the second I sort of go and take Jerusalem for myself, everybody and their brother is going to try to take it back from me. So I'm gonna that's gonna be the last piece of the puzzle that I'll go for.
Sure, that makes sense.
But my ultimate goal after I restore the Roman Empire is that I'm going to find some way to restore the ancient pagan Hellenistic faith. You see, it's all a sham that my family is faithful to the Orthodoxy. In secret, or at least this is in my own headcanon, in secret we pray to Zeus and offer him goats and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm just having
I like
a ball
a good
with
plot
it.
twist.
I love it. I'm having a ball with this because there's another like achievement during ancient Hellenism. So
I'm trying to go for both.
Yeah, I'm going for both in the same family.
Okay.
And I'm having lots and lots of fun with some of the new mechanics. In Crusader Kings 2, there's various traits that your character can have. And some of them are genetic traits like genius and quick. Quick is like kind of extra smart and genius is super extra smart. And sometimes genius and quick, you could have one but not both. In Crusader Kings 3, instead of that sort of thing, what you have is like intelligent. No, you have quick, intelligent, and genius. And so 2 quick people can have a baby, and that baby will either be quick or intelligent. And then 2 intelligent people can have a baby. Two quick people can have a baby, and that baby will either be quick or genius. Intelligent people can have a baby, and that baby will be either intelligent or a genius. And the 2 geniuses will have a baby, and then their kid is guaranteed to be a genius, which gives you all kinds of stat bonuses. And then there's basically exact same mechanic for how pretty your character is or how ugly your character is. And for how healthy or fragile your health is.
Right.
And so the other night, I finally managed through a lot of
arranged marriages.
Oh, well, arranged marriages are just normal. That's just, you just have to.
Yeah.
But I will say a lot of keeping the bloodlines close.
Okay.
I think it's been a couple hundred years since anyone in my dynasty is married outside the dynasty.
Oh boy.
Oh, yay, inbreeding.
But hey, not a single person in at least my bloodline has gotten the inbred trait. Inbred gives you like a massive debuff to like all your traits. And
I can imagine.
Yeah. So I finally got like my heir, and then I died, and so then I was the heir to have all 3 maxed out positive traits. So I had Herculean health, beautiful, and genius. And
wow.
Then I got this special achievement for that. And then if you have all 3 of those traits, there's this sort of religious thing you can do that basically says that you have a holy bloodline according to your faith.
Oh.
And that makes it damn near impossible for you to get the inbred trait. And people of your faith don't consider it weird for you to marry within your family.
Okay. I mean, I would.
Anyways,
but keep the perfection, you know? Keep it pure.
No. And I'm so happy because it limits the number of people who can inherit my titles. And it also damn near guarantees like positive trait inheritance. I'm having a ball with Crusader Kings, and this is not even counting like all the shit I keep conquering, which is fun too.
Okay.
You know, yeah, I remembered, I think it was in the post-episode discussion in Discord, Jay actually was talking about the idea of a Monster Hunter game where it was like Mario Kart, so Monster Kart Racing. And
I saw that.
That actually reminded me of like an old show. That reminded me of an old show that I used to watch when I was a kid. It was called Dragon Booster, where they actually had like dragon racing, where it would be kind of like heavy derby, like insane, like highly aggressive super races where you would try and get from like point A to point B. It is such a good show. Oh man.
I forgot about that show. Oh
Dragon of Legend. Having to subvert Word Pain, the big bad guy. Oh
Oh
man,
my
what a
god, I
great
forgot
show
all
that
about
was.
that show.
I never.
And it was weird. Like there was like all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Like there was like some parts in the show where there would be like these crystals that would contain like the essence of like really powerful dragons. And so like if a dragon ever came in contact with it, and it would be associated with a certain I guess it would be kind of like you know how like in Dungeons and Dragons there's like chromatic dragons, right? Well,
Yeah.
there was distinctions and associations with that. So there would be like a body type and then its coloration. So it would be like the type of essence that it would have. And so like in particular there'd be these very very powerful dragons that when they died off their soul would actually be sort of encapsulated, or at least the essence of like what they were would be encapsulated in these crystals. And so whenever another dragon would come into contact with it, they'd get a massive buff. But the problem is that they'd lose control of themselves, and then the power that would be inside of it would ultimately be in control. And I remember that. Oh man, it was such a cool thing. Oh, I miss that show. It was so cool. And there were all
It's
different kinds of dragons too. Like there were dragons that could turn invisible. There were dragons that could actually change their coloring and stuff like that, become more powerful. There were dragons that were associated with like the shadow energy, I guess it was. There were vampire dragons. There were
Mhm.
like these half griffin looking dragons. It was such a good show.
This show aired on Saturday morning, some Saturday morning cartoon block for like all of a month,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was gone, and I was so mystified and I loved it because
Yeah.
dragons are awesome, and there was racing, and it looked like a cool show,
yeah.
and I had forgotten all
And there
about
were
it.
even full on fights too. It was really good.
Never heard of it. I mean,
Now and now I want to play a dragon racing game. Where you can
I
actually like, just
well,
beat the crap out of like all your contenders too.
there's
That'd be
that new
awesome.
one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's that PvP dragon riding game. I can't remember. It's PS5. It's I can't remember the name of it, but I was really
Layer 2.0?
no, it's not Layer.
I hope not.
No, it's
That game promised so much and dashed my hopes so hard.
Oh, I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah, it was too good to be true.
That game was
especially
number
with,
2
like,
up against like the only game that has dashed my hopes harder than that was Spore.
Yeah, Spore, it promised a lot. And there were a lot of people that were really hoping that they would be able to make whatever it is that they wanted and it would function exactly as they wanted.
Well, Morg,
Yeah, it didn't
so
happen
two
that way,
games
did
to
it?
put on your radar since Dragon Booster
Mhm.
the game isn't a thing.
Okay,
two games.
spill the
One
beans.
One is an old ass game for the PlayStation called Dragon
Mhm.
Seeds. One word.
Okay, Dragon Seeds.
Yep, one word. There's a Wikipedia article if you wish to read about it. And then there's another one. I know it's available on Steam. I don't know if it's available on GOG. It probably is. It's called Dragon Creek.
Dragon Creek. Okay. I'm assuming that's 2 words.
Yeah, that one is 2 words.
Alrighty. I
I've
will
actually
keep
been- I've
those
actually-
in mind.
Yeah, I've been eyeing Dragon Creek to buy with my Steam money, but again, I haven't really. I think I bought like one thing on Steam, like as an impulse, right after I got right after he sent me the gift card. But I'm kind of waiting until either the Steam sale or until I get bored of Crusader Kings 3. Steam sale will probably happen.
If
first.
it's as miraculous and as entertaining as I Love You, Colonel Sanders was for me, oh boy, I am going to love it. Because that shit was
Century-
hilarious. I never played a parody dating sim so good as that game. I miss it. I should probably play
What's
it again.
Fortran doing again?
Maybe I'll try and get some better
it is
endings
called
next time.
Century Age of Ashes. It is you are riding on. They call it dragons. They're wyverns. Screw people for screwing that up all the time.
I'm sorry.
But nah, some of them are dragons. They're showing some dragons, but a lot of them are wyverns. But yeah, Century.
It needs
Age of
6
Ashes.
limbs.
I will tell you this, Fortran. George R.R. Martin said in an interview, he knows that the dragons in his books are wyverns. But they're called dragons because people don't know what wyverns are. Dragon's a cooler word.
Oh, it's early access. That's why I don't have it. It's out in early access.
Okay.
And George R. R. Martin doesn't think
That might
that
be
a
something
six-limbed
that
creature would
actually
ever
worth
exist,
looking at.
or a six-limbed vertebrate would ever exist.
Mm-hmm.
That's
true.
unfortunate. But I mean, it's fiction. So I mean, like, you know, he made up the books. I mean, it's based off of the War of the
Exactly.
Roses.
Hold on.
But he's got
But-
dragons in it,
Hold-
and he's
If
got
he-
like, you know, what are they
No, you
called
can't.
again?
You can't do that, Morg. You can't.
Draugr, essentially.
You can't do that. If he is the ultimate creator of the world and he says it can't exist, then therefore it can't exist.
Time for a proper fanfic.
Oh, hold on.
One
No.
where everything actually goes right.
This is the problem I have, like specifically with J.K. Rowling, right? Who used a lot of mythological creatures in the wrong forms and called them that because that's what she said in her world. That is fine to a degree, but like the thing I always give is like, what is a Cyclops, Morg?
The one-eyed giant.
Okay, what if I gave
That
it
eats
3
people.
eyes and the central eye is the biggest one? Is it still Cyclops?
It would be a Triclops.
That's the guy from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you would have Tien. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it'd be Tien
That-
Shihan.
Well, I mean,
but here's the
technically,
thing.
I guess it would be just a giant with an Ajna that has been
Right.
fully awakened.
So here's the
You'd be
thing.
A higher, a spiritual entity.
Mythological creatures, as much as they aren't real, still have definitions of what makes them that creature. So, like when J.K. Rowling was
You
like,
can't
"Hey,
have a
the
minotaur
basilisk," and the basilisk was like a snake, it was just like, no, that's not what a basilisk is at all. It has the abilities of a basilisk, but it is a snake. Like that is a snake. Taxonomically, that is a snake, and like
Yeah.
I understand why she did it, and I even made a reference to it in my basilisk article for D&D, where I called it a basilisk snake, which is a offshoot of basilisks that don't have legs, whereas traditionally basilisks have 8 legs. So like when we're talking about like a dragon, and usually, yeah, dragon is actually a very general term, and you could put a wyvern underneath a dragon, but like that's one of the big things about Monster Hunter that I love is that Monster Hunter got it right out the gate, and they're Japanese developers that don't have the same words as we do. Right? And I was like, they're paying attention. That's what hooked me. So like when like Harry Potter again was like the dragon thing in one of the movies or the books, I don't know. They were all wyverns again. I'm like, damn it. And they're all like, oh, well, this is the South Wales whatever dragon. Like that was pretty cool that they had like different species of dragons, but they were all wyverns too. It's just like it hurts because there are definitions for these things, and you can deviate from the definition for sure, but like a lot of the times like you can break the definition. Like it's hard to have a unicorn without a horn and it be a horse, right? Like it's hard
Yeah,
to
it's a unicorn. Unicorn.
right. So
Unicorn.
there's all these like definitions of mythological creatures because they're a specific thing in a culture most of the time. And that's where, but things can get obscured too over time. Like, so when we talk about the Wendigo, aka the Skinwalker in Native American mythology, which I will admit is not from my Native American lineage. That is not something that was talked about in my tribe. We only had one.
Yeah, because that was like Southwestern, wasn't it?
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them.
No,
it's not.
Okay.
It's not. But I know mine specifically only has one, which is the Water Panther, and the Water Panther is a total different. I'll get into that another day or whatever. But that's a total different thing. But the Wendigo has become a much more bestial, like with antlers and like rotting teeth and that kind of thing. And that's
it's gotten super confused with like Heron.
Right, and that's what the sort of like modern interpretation of a Wendigo is. Whereas in actuality, it's actually closer to what we see in what's that show that I don't like with the two brothers, Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The supernatural episode, as much as I hate the behavior of the Wendigo in that episode, that is what it looks like is closer to what the actual mythology says. So like there's a lot of, it's really weird because some people, there's this thing that happens with mythological creatures where they just like, it's this thing and let's mold it into what we need it to be. Whereas you could have a better example of that. And a good way to show that also in real world is Jurassic Park sort of shoehorning the Velociraptor into the role they were when there was already both the discovered Utah raptor and the Deinonychus, which would have fit better.
But those words aren't as cool as the word Velociraptor.
Right, and this is what happens with the mythological creatures as well, right? So it's,
sadly so.
Yeah, that's a passion of mine, and I've actually started writing again. I have started the Bahamut article. I haven't finished it.
That reminds me of something that I keep meaning to do, and I'm going to do. We'll move on, but that reminded me of something.
Okay, I'm curious now. Are you going to get? Are you going to get back into BTS? Oh yeah, Spinosaurus.
We're being recorded. No is the answer.
Oh, gotcha. I won't push it then.
No, but no, it reminded me of something else that I'm gonna. Let's keep talking.
Sure. So,
anyways, George R.R. Martin has apologized. He knows that there are wyverns and not dragons, but the word dragon is cooler, and he can't imagine a six-limbed vertebrate. So that's why his dragons are really wyverns.
That explains why his books are so terrible, because he has no imagination.
Well, fuck you!
Oh!
Mark's just trying to be spicy.
I don't know if you remember, we had to name. I don't remember. We had to name a whole episode for Morg's ire against George R.R. Martin.
Takes. Morg's bad hot takes. I know.
No. Not only that, we have a whole episode that is. I think I named it "Screw You, George R.R. Martin." In honor
I remember
of
that now. I remember
that.
It was fun. I like roasting that guy. He's such a dumbass. I feel bad for him though.
Stop it.
Just a little bit. I would hate to be in his shoes.
Amazing.
Oh my god, to make a popular book. Yeah, I would hate to be rich and successful, making a book and being responsible for a television series that completely fucked up the 8th season. But the price of success, I guess.
You know what? We have so many episodes, the three of us now.
I know. We're now Classic Hunters Hub.
We are, yes.
I was thinking about that this morning, actually. Because I think the three of us are now Classic Hunters Hub.
Yeah, we
did it, Morg. We did it.
Okay, it can't be building.
We have established ourselves.
Because episode 102 was Pan's first one, which is building cities.
Yep.
So it's got to be.
Kat, what do you think? Are you having a good time? Are you guys enjoying yourselves? Let us know.
We've gone wildly off topic.
You guys have been quiet for a little bit.
We ran out of Monster Hunter stuff to talk about because none of us have had time to play the new expansion.
Yeah, well, I mean,
no.
I've had time, but I have taken a backseat of playing because I just want to do it with my brother.
Are we gonna have to go back into the the video game genres that we play and like and enjoy?
You know what? I would like to revisit some of those again. I would like. I know you guys haven't done it yet, but I still want to do an ARPG episode eventually. I really want to do it.
I know that Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 and all the Diablo games are probably going to be mine.
Than me.
Oh, Morg's in the same boat. If we did an ARPG episode, it's mostly me.
Yeah, I just sit here with a bowl of popcorn and like some schnapps.
Now, I've been thinking about this episode for a while, so this is like behind the scenes talk on the episode. I have wanted to pull on someone like Decino or Mount Pain, and you guys have no idea who these people are. These are people in the classic Doom community. And I have wanted to do me and this guy pitch to you two play classic Doom. And why?
Oh,
It may not happen. I understand.
Now that would
I
be-
know, but actually, Morg
At the
Morg
very
has
least-
played
Classic
Classic
Doom.
Doom.
At the very
I have
least,
played
I am-
Classic Doom with my brother, and it is really fun. Especially when you accidentally kill your partner, and they lose all of their guns, and you're on the last mission, and you have to try and figure out how to get past like that big demon guy, whatever it is, that shoots the fireballs and shit like that. Oh my god, it is really intense, especially considering you only have like so many lives. And if one person has all the guns and you decide to revenge kill, so then that way you can get even, and you all are just stuck with like a chainsaw and a hand pistol. Oh, it is bad. Well, I'm happy you're chilling, bro. I'm happy.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
420. I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. With your current life going on things, you have time for audiobooks and podcasts and whatnot these days. And by podcasts I mean time to listen, not time to edit.
Yes. I keep up with 3 podcasts mostly, and I also keep up with a 4th occasionally, which is the PVC podcast, which we had Sammy Sliz on here, and we've had Wyverian 4G on before that.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I liked talking to Wyverian. I have no idea what we talked about with him. I don't remember.
We were talking about Pokemon games, and I remember Generation 5 in particular was like one that he was very keen on, and I actually had to agree with him on it. It was a really, really good one. And then what else did we talk about? I think we were talking a little bit more about Monster Hunter, but I don't remember the details of it. It was a long time ago.
It was.
Yeah, it's really hard to remember that far back. I'm surprised.
So
Somebody
but
get me
the
my
point is
Vicodin and my
you got-
prune
you
juice.
got
Holy
time-
shit, put me in the home.
I've got time. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, good. Because there's an audiobook short story
Uh-huh.
that is actually conveniently on sale tonight that I've been meaning to buy for you, and I kept forgetting about it. I'm going to buy it for you, and I want you to read it, not read it, but listen to it before you finish your Golden Dragon ecology.
Too
Is
late.
it Dune?
Gold Dragon
No!
was
What?
the last one I did.
Isn't it Dune?
Oh, you already wrote it? God damn it.
Yeah.
No, it's not Dune. It's not Dune. Well, you can listen to it before you listen to Bahamut then, because it still applies.
Okay, sure.
No.
Oh, good.
I'll tell you this. I mean, I have to buy the whole damn book because it's a short story within a collection of short stories. So I have to buy the whole collection, which is fine. It's fine. But it is a Witcher short story.
Oh, interesting.
Also, book The Witcher has very little to do with video game The Witcher.
Wait, is this the one they had
Yeah,
in the
they are
show
very different.
with the gold dragon in the mountain?
Yes, but that is such a bastardization of what happens. They stripped it of like all the philosophizing that Geralt and the dragon did. with each other.
Oh, okay.
No,
because I
there are
enjoyed that
whole
episode.
There are whole ass scenes stripped from that where like Geralt, he doesn't know that the gold dragon is a gold dragon. He's just talking to this like fun-loving drunk guy, and they're just like spitting philosophy about what makes monsters versus what makes like a human or a man. No, it is like you listen to this and you'll see why like I hate the TV show.
Okay. I'm
So,
down.
anyways,
I'm
I'm
down.
trying to-
I will probably.
Yeah.
I will probably do that.
So I just need to go message my husband to get his Amazon login because it's cheaper for him because he has Amazon Prime.
I hate to
I'm
say
gonna
it,
save
but
$4.
anytime that there's a film adaptation, the book tends to be better.
Oh yeah. No,
It's
it
very
is
rare
pretty
instance
egregious
where a
with The Witcher.
movie is as good as the book.
It's pretty egregious with The Witcher.
Aragon
like,
was terrible. Oh, that movie.
What Aragon?
Ugh.
I'm sorry, there was an Aragon
Yeah,
movie.
the Aragon film.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
sorry.
watch it.
I swear there must be some sort of black hole in my memory from December. What year did you say it must have been come out? No, there is no Aragon movie.
Oh my! It was a while ago. Yeah. It never happened. No, we don't think about that.
Aragon movie.
Why am I reading?
There's a black
That never
hole in my mind
happened.
from December 2006. I'm sorry. No, there was no Aragon movie.
It never happened.
I don't know.
No.
I cannot find this one where Morg went on a rant about George R. R. Martin. I did find the Wyverian
Okay.
one. We talked about our favorite towns in Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Poke Village for
That was-
the win.
that was a yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Okay, but yeah, no, I think eventually we are going to get back into some of these more general episodes because we're going to run out of Monster Hunter content, both playing and talking about here pretty soon.
We already did tonight.
Yeah. I did want to say
Mhm.
there's one other thing that I got into playing, and I wanted to talk about it tonight. And I know that it's not a big interest to you, Pan, because you're more in the strategy game and that kind of stuff. But like, I've seen a lot of people that I follow really dog on the new Call of Duty, like a lot of like it's just not fun. The
Oh.
multiplayer sucks and that kind of thing. And I was like, I really want to play a PvP shooter. Like I've been having this terrible itch to play a PvP shooter because I'm fairly decent at them. Like it's something I enjoy doing, and I'll play it for a while and put it down. Like I think I mentioned, before Rise came out, I was playing a lot of Titanfall, which is a PvP shooter. I was like, I want to play something that has a little bit more arcadeness to it. Although Titanfall is pretty arcadey. So I picked up Cold War after downloading Titanfall on my PS5 and realizing that no one was on to play. I sat there in a queue for 45 minutes, no matches. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get Call of Duty. I got Call of Duty, and long story short, it rocks. I'm awesome at it, and it's fun. Like I don't know what people's problem is. Like I don't why Cold War was so like dogged on by even a lot of the YouTubers that I follow that review these games. It was like this sucks.
It
and
might
this
have
sucks.
something to do with the fact that there's over glorifying like the whole Cold War thing and Ronald Reagan and him going, "Is the threat real, gentlemen?" And then you've got like some thuggish looking son of a bitch in like a freaking vest and like a dress shirt, but he looks like the dirtiest piece of trash that you've ever seen,
His beard.
with like this horrible 5 o'clock shadow that obviously came out at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and these giant ass pilot shades. Yes, sir, I think it is. And I'm like, yeah, no, a guy like that would never,
no.
never
I
talk
didn't-
to a president,
I
especially looking like that.
I didn't even install the campaign because like PS5 lets you modularly install. I went straight to multiplayer. I was like, I don't give a shit about anything they're doing in the story, and I don't care, and I won't play it. So I was playing the multiplayer in Morg. They brought them back with amazing
Oh,
awesomeness, and it's my favorite thing in a Call of Duty, and it always has been, is you can replace your frag grenades with tomahawks, and they are amazing.
oh, nice!
it's part of the
my
Native
God,
American
tomahawks
in
are
me.
always so awesome. I love that.
It's part of the Native American me to be like, yes, tomahawk, but like also they are just fun. Like, and they do the dumbest thing. So get this: what part of a tomahawk sticks in a person? The blade, right? Call
You'd
of
think
Duty.
that, yeah.
Call of Duty doesn't give a shit. Call of Duty, they're just a circular blade to them. You can stick the butt of it in, into someone, and it's always a one-hit kill, no matter what.
Oh my God!
And
Well,
here's the cool-
I could only imagine, especially if you hit somebody in like the lumbar vertebra, just go right into their
Now-
back, just they just fall over.
Now, Morg,
My spleen.
you might like this. Right now, there's an event going on that is 80s action.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you buy whatever, you can buy skins for the operators, whatever, that what you look like. But you can be John McClane. You can be
Oh my God!
Rambo.
Yes.
I have killed so many John McClanes and Rambos in my matches, it's not even funny.
Takes a real Chad to kill a Rambo, but to kill like hundreds of them, oh my God!
Oh, dude, it is
You'd
so
have to be
fun.
God.
It is so fun. I don't know. Like that was the.
What was
I
that
didn't want
one
to talk too
guy's
much about it
name?
because it's something nominal. Yeah. Go ahead.
Refresh my memory. There's a guy who starred in all the Death Wish films. What was his name? Something Bronson? What was it again? Does anybody remember?
Bronson sound Death
Are you
Wish.
trying to think of Brosnan?
Not Pierce Brosnan. No. Darn it, what's his name? He has like this mustache and he wears like a leather jacket and he's got like this little sweater and like those weird turtleneck things that are like a separate piece or whatever. And he goes around with like an extended magnum, whatever, and he's like going around like killing like these
Charles
generic bad
Bronson.
guys that are coming out in like these gangs with guns. Charles Bronson, that's the one.
Charles
Yes.
Bronson.
Oh my god.
That's what Wikipedia says.
Yeah, Bronson. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. If they made a model where you can play as Charles Bronson, that would be so sick. Oh my god. I would definitely play that game. For sure.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how many skins they're adding and that kind of thing. I'm not. But here's the crazy thing. Here's the bad thing. They have a battle pass, so I bought the
Yeah.
game for like whatever was it, $75 for a PS5 game now. So like it was like $75 to buy this game, and I don't even have all the content at all. Like I had to buy the battle pass to get all this content, and then play all the way through the battle pass, just like Fortnite. And Fortnite's free, so that's a downside. But the thing is, I'm there for the gameplay, not what I look like, so I don't really care, and I'm not going to buy anymore. But the gameplay is amazing.
Dude. What has gaming become? Now we have to pay for internet service. We have to pay for the servers. We have to pay for
Because,
the game itself. Then we have to pay for a battle pass. It's
Because
like, what has happened to gaming, man? Remember the old days where you used to just buy a CD, download it, and that was it? Remember those days where
no,
you
no,
could
no.
just buy
Can you bring
a
about that
game
too?
one time and you were done?
I mean, I remember.
I want that back.
I remember the days I bought a cartridge and it booted up the second I hit the power button. That's what I remember.
Guys,
I remember those days too.
games are fancier now.
Shh.
And with fanciness comes expenses.
Hey, you know what though?
And it
Circle back
just
to
isn't what it
Rise.
used to be.
Rise
It
has
used to be
amazing load
charming
times
and
and boots
innocent.
up and doesn't have a lot of this crap.
Except that
like
when
YouTube,
PlayStation
you
wants
know?
to like explode.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's exactly like YouTube. I remember when it was young, innocent, and pure. And now
Yeah, but also
it is this disgusting conglomerate that we have to deal with that is all about money.
it's still better than cable. It's still better than cable.
It is.
Yeah.
It is better than cable TV. And everybody who is on cable in their little talk shows dissing YouTube and Twitch, they know it. They know it. They're a dying breed.
They're the
Nobody
old-ass
cares.
boomers.
Nobody
You know,
watches TV.
you know.
They're not here for long. I don't know. Times are getting so rough.
I mean, Nintendo is pretty reasonable with their like online subscription fees.
Oh yeah.
It's like $20 a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$20, $25 a year.
I pay $35 because the family
Oh, that's
thing.
right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because of the family thing. Yeah, yeah, I do that now too. That's right. That's still like less than I spend a month in coffee.
Mm.
Like that's my metric.
Yeah.
That's my metric. Is it
I-
is it more or less than what I spend in coffee?
I can't give the number for the spending in coffee because that's dividing by 0 and the world breaks. So
Mountain Dew.
got me there.
Mm.
Got me there. As the
What
only
flavor
thing,
is that even?
it is Mountain Dew SA. It is a conglomeration of
Oh,
Whiteout,
my God.
Voltage,
You're just jealous.
and Code Red.
You know what?
National
what?
pride
Look,
is
you
just
have-
not a thing.
Look. You know what? You may have socialized healthcare, but you know what? We have Mountain Dew SA. All right.
Mountain Dew SA.
Will you trade
I
us or
wonder-
not?
I wonder, Turkey Pickle, are they watching the stream right now? Because they should get some Dew SA.
Turkey.
My
Turkey, I'm not falling for that.
by the way, Turkey Pickle's my brother.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
Yeah.
Morg makes me
Well,
look at chat.
anyways,
Yep.
Morg, you know what? Here, we'll trade that. We'll trade you, okay? All right. Look, you can
Okay.
have firework. You can have all the fireworks. You can have Mountain Dew SA,
Yeah, it's kind of mediocre.
and you can wait. And holy shit! Hang on, is Tony Hawk Canadian or American?
I think he's American, yeah.
I think
Okay,
he's
yeah, I
from
think he's American.
California. Yeah.
Okay, and you
He's
can
a
have
cool
Tony
dude.
Hawk. Okay, so you can have Mountain Dew SA. You can have all our fireworks. You can have Tony Hawk. We get Wayne Gretzky, and we get socialized healthcare. Huh?
Oh, you
Whoa,
guys already have
look,
Wayne Gretzky.
let me-
I mean, like,
let me throw
you
in a
had
little.
him in the Coyotes for the longest
Let
time.
me-
Holy shit.
Let me. Can,
When was
can
the
we
last
just,
time he was in Oilers?
Can
Holy
we
fuck.
just pull in Jim Carrey along with that? Just get some Jim Carrey in there.
What do we get?
Oh,
what
you
do we
guys
get
have
to
Jim
trade for
Carrey as well. Hell.
No. He's an anti-vax. He's become like an anti-vaxxer crazy man. More for it. We got enough of those.
What has he? I didn't.
Oh,
I
God.
don't.
Yes.
I
He
haven't
almost
paid
seems
attention
like-
to him.
Yes, he's an anti-vaxxer crazy man now.
How about Leslie Nielsen? You can have him.
No, he's too old. Can we have William? Wait. If you're trying to trade away great
But
Canadians,
he's a great Canadian.
what
I
about
like
William
that we're
Shatner?
just
Can we have
assuming-
him?
Well, you can't have Fred Penner, okay? And
I
you
don't even know
cannot
who the
have
fuck
like
that is.
Cheryl Lois and Bram. That's the thing, though. You don't understand the value of what what we have here. The popular ones already
So is William
migrated
Shatner on
south,
the table or not?
but the ones that are wholesome. Oh yeah, you can keep him. I don't give a shit. Yeah, he's from Calgary. He's a total asshole. You guys can have him. Oh God, we have enough Calgarians up here as
I
is.
like
Oh, fuck.
how
You know what? Actually, a
we are
good majority
trading-
of Calgarians end up retiring and heading to Arizona. Do you have any idea how many Alberta license plates are down in Arizona because
No, I
they all
don't.
have like some country house or whatever
don't
that they go
in
to visit?
Arizona,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, they go down there for the winter. Yeah, they go down there for the winter, and then they have a nice little vacation. They go on their little golf courses, whatever, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Once they're done with the rigs, they're like, "Yep, down to Arizona, baby, where it's nice and warm."
Let
Oh
me-
my God!
Let me just
It's
say,
a-
it is a
it's a
little
terrible
problematic that
stereotype.
we are not only able to trade people because people aren't commodities, but B, also representative of our country to be able to do so between each other.
Look,
These
look.
people
Okay,
will
you know what?
never
We can
know
take
our
all the
names.
people off the table. We can take all these people off the table. Mountain Dew SA and firecrackers for socialized healthcare.
You know what? Yeah, you might as well have the socialized healthcare, but you're still going to need insurance because, like, even though we have provincial and federal healthcare, you still need to have like some form of insurance just as a backup, just in case for specialized stuff. But yeah, you can have some of it. I think
We
Britain
solved
actually
it.
has
We fixed
like
it. We
real,
fixed it,
actual
Fort.
free healthcare. There you go. You guys actually can now have somewhat decent healthcare. Although our premier is a bad boy and he's been actually cutting on the funding. He's been making it so that hospital rooms, like a lot of wings have been shut down, and he's making it very difficult for doctors and nurses to actually have jobs here, cutting their pay, making it so it's transparent so that everybody sees how much you're
We broke
making.
him.
Oh,
We did.
he's an asshole.
Wait, well,
We broke the
Morg,
Canadian.
Morg,
Damn you, Jason Kenney!
we are
I
less
hate your
than 6
ass.
months into the Biden administration. We have not got back our shit on other world leaders' privileges yet.
Other world leaders' privileges? What is that
No,
even?
our-
Oh my God.
Our privileges to shit on other world leaders. We haven't earned that back yet because we're only 6 months into the Biden administration.
Gotcha.
Americans
Oh,
aren't allowed to
fresh.
talk shit about world leaders yet.
Too fresh, yeah. Too fresh.
Actually, it's kind of. I remembered seeing a meme. It was a really good one where it's like Americans, when they talk to other Americans, damn, our country sucks. When Europeans talk trash about the USA and Americans hear about it, I'm not going to stand here and listen to you badmouth the greatest democracy that has ever known the. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, stop. No. It's so true. So true.
You know
You guys
what?
have so much
You know
pride.
what?
It's great.
You guys can talk shit about America all you. No. I'm not going to start this. No.
Don't worry.
Monster
Canada's kind of a shithole too.
Back at
It's
Monster
getting
Hunter.
worse. Don't worry. Don't worry.
What was our monster of the week
yeah.
this week?
We haven't had one for the past 2 weeks because we keep forgetting.
We need one. Okay, so let's decide on one. Whose turn should it be, actually?
Morg, you are super out of sync with your video and audio.
Oh, am I? Here, wait. Let me disconnect and I'll reconnect, okay? I'll be right back.
Ace has a good one. Valstrax. That'd be a good one for next week.
Valstrax. Okay, Valstrax. For next week or this week?
Next week. Because we did not
What's
do
this
it
week?
this week. I want to have some more time with him.
Morg, what's the first monster that comes to mind that's not Valstrax?
Okay, we already did Diablos. You know what we haven't done? Oh, no, we can't pick monster.
Whose turn it is?
We haven't talked about... Ooh, what have we not talked about? We've talked about Basil Goose. We've talked about Gormagala. Have we talked about Zergios? I think
we talked about Basil.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't remember we talked about.
Yeah, we have talked about Basil.
I don't think we've
keeping track of this.
You're the one keeping track of this, Morg.
Well, give me a second. My pages is gonna open up here. Bookmarks.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Please load. I had to close Google, guys. I'm sorry. You know, it just happens. Gypsyros. Yes, we should talk about the old Gypsy. What do you guys think?
I'm okay with it.
We're talking about Gypsyros. Suggested by
we should talk about. Yeah, we should talk about the Gypsy Queen.
Okay, so why did we?
Let me see. I've got Volvidon, Giganox, Rathalos.
So why are we avoiding Valstrax? I'm just
Yangaruga, Diablos, Gormagala, and
because I've fought him once.
Oh, okay.
Morg hasn't fought him yet.
Yeah, and Morg.
Well, I mean, I remember him from GU.
I
probably won't yet, but I will be able to. I probably will be able to get to him by next week, depending on whether or not I work.
Well,
depending on whether or not I actually find another job.
Next week is our talk with Shepard and Sunday morning too. So keep that in mind.
That's fine. So then the week after next is probably when we'll all have our full reviews of Rise.
You know what? I saw that door open on Morg's.
I love milkshakes. Thank you.
I immediately expected it to be one of my girls, and I was like, No, that was Morg's.
Waiting for the coffee to appear.
Oh, it's Reese's flavored. Thank you. I like chocolate peanut butter.
Okay, so let's talk about Gypsyros.
Oh, it's really good.
Okay.
Gypsyros, yes. We should talk about it.
Are you saying now?
Later. Or now?
Yes.
Maybe?
Okay.
That's why I was like,
now?
The first
Let's talk about it now? Okay, fine.
Just real quick, fast take on Gypsyros, and then we'll wrap it up for the night.
Okay.
Gypsyros. Very interesting armor style. It almost feels sort of medieval.
Yeah, very.
But it's got like the weird.
Reminds me of the Onion
Sometimes
Knight,
it has like these weird like jester curls. Yeah, it very much is like that, where it's kind of like large and bulbous.
I will say, being one of the original bird wyverns, which I think I've talked about this last week, but Pan, I hope you could agree. I really want to see a specific declassification of the raptor bird wyverns away from being bird wyverns and keep the stuff like Gypsyros, Kutku, Acnosam in the bird wyvern category. Because the Gypsyros is
you and I both talked.
Yeah.
Because like it doesn't make sense. Like it makes sense like in a dinosaur perspective to have the raptors be bird wyverns as well, but I really it makes it confusing because it's two different body styles in one classification.
Yeah.
But Gypsyros is a bird wyvern. He's known for shooting out poison, and he's essentially a turkey in shape. He's got a very bulbous body.
And he also does the flash.
He does the flash, which actually is really cool.
And he's got an amazing pompadour. Yes. I love his pompadour.
He's got a light crystal on his head, just the same as the rock formations. and he clips it with the top of his upturned beak, and that's what causes the flash. And it was a Gen 1 monster that released, with 2004 Monster Hunter, and we've not seen him too often since. I mean, all of Gen 1 survived through Gen 2, none of which survived through Gen 3, excluding the 3 Rathalos, Rathian, and Diablos. But he came back in full force in Gen 4, along with his subspecies of Purple Gypsaurus, which has deadly poison. He has a stretchy tail. His hide is rubbery. He's got a rubbery hide. I do like a lot about Gypsaurus as far as like he's immune to shock traps. That's always been a thing because he's rubbery hide.
Because of his rubbery skin, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
I do enjoy that you can block the flash. That has always been a thing. Can you do that to CC Yaku in World?
Yeah, you can. Also,
remember.
there was another thing about Gypsaros that I liked. Him being able to play dead. Now, that is a really cool concept that he actually does. Whereas if you get his health low enough, you can actually, like, wail on him and deal, like, stupid amounts of damage. But
everyone else would be, like, wailing on him.
When he gets
Everyone would always
back
be
up.
wailing on him. And here I am, like, no, let's get the free carve on this bitch.
Yes,
Yep.
and that's another thing. You can get a free carve off of him while he's playing dead, which is the most ridiculous thing I had ever known.
Gypsaros deserves an
And,
Oscar for his acting.
Yeah. So let me just cut this organ out of you while you're pretending to be dead. Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah, let me cut a piece of your skin off while you're playing dead. He's just like
pro wrestlers have nothing on him.
Yeah, no.
yeah, pro wrestling.
Gypsaros does not break kayfabe.
No, he does not. I would like to see.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna say that if you do wail on him enough, and if you actually do beat the shit out of him, and then he gets back up, like whenever he's playing dead, you can't kill him in that phase. He'll always get back up. So if you do get to the point where you could technically have killed him while he was playing dead, he'll get back up with 1 health. And I saw this with the Strato Chronicles. He did this where he shadow boxed him and killed him by shoving his fist up his butt. It was the funniest thing I had ever seen in my life. Holy crap. It was hilarious. Oh my god. And I wish I could see more of that in Monster Hunter. And I do like the fact that Nursilla preys on it.
Yeah.
I like that they actually kept that part of the ecology in it. And you can, and like, even when you're in like the, I think it is the
Sunken Valley.
something hollow. I can't remember.
Sunken Hollow. There you go.
Yeah, the Sunken Hollow. You can actually see Gypsaros
strung up,
hung up in webs. Yeah, strung up and like, being eaten and stuff like that. It is really freaky and it's really cool. Like, oh man. Gypsaros really adds a lot to this game, actually. I'm very surprised.
Yeah. I will say that I would love for him to come back. I think Kutku in that category has more of a chance to come back being a fan favorite, more so than Gypsaros. Gypsaros is also known for his... Kutku does it as well, but Gypsaros is more pronounced, where he does, like I like to say, the wild chicken run, where he swings his head back and forth.
Oh god! And he flails his tail around too to smack
Yeah, I
you.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yes. He'll stop and then he'll go woo woo with his tail. Yeah.
Like I'll say,
love it.
Kezu
It's
kind of
so
has
fun.
a bullshit tail, but he's got nothing on Gypsaros.
Yeah. Gypsaros.
Gypsaros has got the freakiest tail.
That tail will tag you from a zone away.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a rubber mace. It's like thin at the base, and then it turns into this big bulb at the very end, and it just goes.
Yep.
Hits you like, oh man, it's like a bolus. The weapons too. The weapons are so cool with Gypsaros as well, especially like the dual blades. He had twin axes.
Yes, he did.
They're so awesome.
Poison
I love 'em.
element,
They're great.
as always.
Cool designs. Mm-hmm. What a cool monster. I actually like that one a lot. Even though he caused a lot of frustrations for a lot of people, I enjoyed him.
He's the monster that caused the pseudo famous Yay Carve story in my hunting group, where they tricked me because they knew he played dead and I didn't. So they told me to go in there and carve, and I literally typed in chat "Yay Carves" and ran up to him, and then I was the third cart.
Oh.
And they just laughed at me for like 30 minutes.
Oh, that is tragic.
Ever since then, my brother and I have occasionally tricked people into going carving new people to go carve Gypsarus when he's faking death.
I love it. It's so funny. The amount of damage he does when he does that, when he
it's
ambushes
his
you
most
with that
damaging
move,
attack.
is
Period.
insane.
Yeah, it's his most damaging
it's
attack.
his biggest hitting attack.
Yeah. So I guess we can rate it. For me, Gypsarus is a solid A minus. There's a lot of problems with him, but still love him.
I'd probably give him an A. Mostly because I do end up making a lot of Gypsaros weapons.
Mm-hmm.
The fight is something that I'm very familiar with nowadays. Oh, and he steals items. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
oh my
he does
god,
steal.
he is so savage for
He was
that.
the first thief. The first
Oh my
monster
God.
thief. Large monster thief, I should say. Melnix being the first thief. Pan?
I'd say he's a solid A.
Okay.
I reserve S rank for monsters whose armor or weapons I use regularly, and I don't use Gypsaros armor or their weapons. Rathian usually has better poison damage, and the Rathian weapon looks cooler than the Gypsaros weapon.
Gotcha.
But
like his
it's
shield.
a really
Most
fun
cases,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a really fun fight. I like that he's basically immune to bludgeoning damage because he's rubber.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I like his flashbang. I like that after you smash his crystal on his head, it can like backfire and stun
can't
him
do
on
it
occasional.
anymore.
Yeah,
that's
there
fun.
was a time where he could stun himself. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's really funny. I like when monsters suffer adverse effects due to part breaks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's still bullshit. It's still bullshit that Rathian can poison you after you cut off her tail.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that is really weird. I wonder where that poison actually comes from, if it's more than just the tail. Maybe it's like
Oh, it's probably the
excess
spines along
spikes
her
that are
tail.
just around her
It's-
body.
Yeah, it probably is just the spine.
Yeah,
on the
that's
tail.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, Gypsaros is a solid A. He's fun.
Okay. So yeah, that levels out to an A with me giving it the lowest ranking. That's surprising.
I know you usually rank him so much higher than me.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's about.
You guys can't hear that, can you?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Well, I could that time, but whatever.
Very delicious.
When you do it right into the mic, of course I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that this thing is working. Welcome to another episode of More Daddy ASMR, and today we are going to be talking about Monster Hunter. Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Morg just went NPR on us.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you can't hear that on this mic. Oh, that's unfortunate. Here, let's see. Yeah.
So next week,
There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, what are we picking for next week? Who should pick actually? Because technically, that was Chauncey. He picked.
No,
thought
that
that
was
was
Ace
Ace.
that picked.
Ace, you picked it. Oh wait, it's because Chauncey is the same color as you. I apologize. I am so sorry.
He is not.
Turkey
I am
Pickle is
always
green
associating
and
people with their
Ace is
colors.
blue.
Really,
I'm
Ace is
in the
blue
WoW.
on your side?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ace is blue for us.
He's green on my screen. But you guys wouldn't be
That
able to
looks-
see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
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 you
yeah.
have it on your phone. That's right. I have it on my.
Yeah,
other screen.
mobile sucks.
Whoa.
Oh well.
Uh,
Anyways,
why did all these
with that
notifications
said,
keep popping up?
who should pick?
If you click on that little gear, you can tell those notifications to stop.
Yeah, I'm really tired of the Reddit notifications I get on here because it's like trending on r/Doom. Yeah, I already know. I already went there today, probably 3 times. Like, fuck off.
So next week,
Yeah. Next week. All right, I'll just go ahead and pick since
Who
we're
wants to pick?
floundering around. Next week we already did Goss. I was just gonna say Goss. No, let's do Ignactor because we missed him.
Yeah.
and then next week Morg will pick, and then then I'll be back around.
Okay. Yep, that sounds good. Uh, now Ace is blue. Dooba die dee ba die. Dooba dig dabby die.
Dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die.
I don't know, Morg, if you saw it. I actually retweeted an animation of a Spinosaurus dancing to Blue Dabby Dee Dabby Die.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
Does he have a blue house with a blue window?
no.
Is blue the color
He's just
that all
dancing.
he wears?
I think they just they animated it dancing, and then they found a song that fit the animation, which was that one, and there you go. I actually introduced that song to my girls not that long
Of course,
ago.
it would have to be.
They were
I
lukewarm
love
on
that song.
it. They-
Eiffel 69, man. Eiffel 69 was really good.
yeah.
Here, let's see. Do I even have any Eiffel 69 on this computer?
I tell you what, something I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't use Spotify that often because I'm not like much of a radio listener anymore. But I actually liked Ghost Runner's soundtrack so much from finishing it that I've been listening to Ghost Runner like pretty nonstop, like the music in that. So
Oh, yeah.
that's been.
Oh,
that's
it's
been my-
Eiffel 65, not 69. If it were Eiffel 69, then it would have been way better.
You know, I didn't even bat an eye.
They would have
at
been a
that.
bit ahead of their time.
I
Really.
didn't even bat an eye at Eiffel 69, and my brain is like, oh, that's why that would be wrong. Yeah.
So, talk about your social media profiles, guys.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening and watching on Twitch. Seems like we got some latency issues still with Morg, but we'll hopefully be that fixed. Hopefully it went better this time because my internet was I don't think I saw the stream drop once, and I usually see that happen like once or twice. So yay. But hey, if you guys want to keep following and listen to other episodes, it is at Hunters Hub Pod on Twitter. And then also, if you're listening and want to join us live on Twitch, like you people are watching now, it is Hunters Hub Pod on Twitch as well. And then join our Discord. We still have people hunting. I haven't been on as much because I must have been hunting with Chance. But if people like, hey, anyone ready to hunt? I know some people are still playing Iceborne on the server too together. So not just Rise, but if you're into Iceborne, we have some people still playing that as well. And yeah. And Morg, at Morg Diddy, how you doing? Where we at?
Yes, I'm doing great. You can obviously find me on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it is capital M, 0, capital O, capital... Oh, sorry. No, did I say capital O? I meant capital R, capital G, capital D, IDDY. You can easily find me there, and I'm posting all kinds of fun shit on there.
Yep.
Lots of fun facts that are really, really dumb. Lots of food-oriented stuff. Stuff that has to do with animals. Stuff that has to do with Monster Hunter and other various games. And mostly memes. It's really, really fun. I really enjoy being on Twitter. It's nice to talk with everybody who's on there. So if you do happen to be on there, go ahead and give me a follow. And I would love to talk with you guys more.
All right. And Pan.
Oh, and I'm also...
Oh,
you
sorry.
can also find me in Twitch sometimes. I'm usually in the chat, though.
Yeah. And
Can't find me on social media. I just got my one private social media profile.
Mm-hmm.
I just hang out and talk with you guys on Discord.
Yep. So Discord's where it's at, people. Discord is where it's at. Thanks for listening and or watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one. Later.
Take care.